update of the Mark-A-Thon. My apologies for all the updates. Told you I was going to do it this way. Seems like you guys are enjoying it, which is great. It's been a lot of work, but it's actually been easier on me to do all these updates this way. Because frankly, doing a live stream takes a lot of time, and you also don't answer as many questions. Here, I was able to get a lot of your guys' questions, and I'll get more tomorrow. But I was also able to get in updates about RVR, talking about classes, talking about progression. Well, not much about the class, talking about progression more. And that was very valuable. Plus, it allowed me to rest my voice, and I'm going to need it for the next, 4 days. So, thank you all. It's been an incredible day. Our numbers are fantastic. Our pledges are fantastic. We really had an absolutely outstanding day. So as always, thank you all very much. Truly appreciate it. So, final questions. Question number 1 was about the bounty system. So, talked a little bit about it in the last update, or maybe more than a little. And it seems to be, what I am seeing in the comments that you guys like it, which is great. We're really excited about the idea. It is something very different. It is something BSC. It is something that I absolutely believe we can all have a lot of fun with. I am starting to lose it. Cutting off a guy's head and putting on a pole. Okay, that's one thing. On the other hand, having a bit of a person's soul and then being able to do things with it almost as a commodity. Nobody's got anything like that, at least as far as I know, in any MMO. And the possibilities it opens for us, fantastic. Okay, so next one. Will backers' items be unique, and are we going to protect your guys' donations? Same thing I've said from the beginning. These, whether they're reward tier items, whether they're things from the Founders Exchange, with a couple of exceptions, like, you get, a monthly sub, and a few other things that we do have to offer to other people. Yes, they will be only for the people who back this project before it is released. Now, we are also, as I said, going to open up some additional tiers when we fund for our European players. Once that's done, those tiers will go away. They will not be kept up. There'll be new tiers to replace them. You folks are getting the best deal. It is as simple as that. The period that will keep it open for PayPal with these tiers, probably 30 days. Because, look, you guys have 30 days. So I think it's fair to give both Europeans and folks who couldn't pledge by credit card 30 days as well. Once that happens, we'll put up some different tiers. That is my thank you to you folks. Now, will some of the items be the same? Of course. I mean, we can't come up with all those different Founders Exchange items. But the prices you guys paid, they'll be the best. Things like the islands, they won't go up again. Things like the inns, the living large tiers, they won't go up again. All those so very, very special items that you guys wanted, that's what you guys are going to get to keep. That's my word. Once we pass that second period of funding, the PayPal period, they go away. If nobody's claimed them, nobody's claimed them. But that's it. That is to protect what you guys have given us and my unbelievable gratitude for it. Oh, yeah, this one made me laugh, of course. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Come on. Really? Monty Python? I don't know, the answer is that an African swallow or a European swallow? So, thanks for the question. Importance of gear. Well, look, I've said this also from the beginning. We have crafters. Crafters have to make things. The things they make have to have value. But, this is the big but, they are not going to be as valuable as, say, purples. It's not going to be, if I don't get the latest gear, nobody's going to want me on a raid, even though we don't have raids. No, you're going to want to get gear, but we expect it to last longer. We want it to last longer because the crafters, they're not making 10,000 items. So expect the gear to have a role. It won't be as important of a role as it is in other games, but obviously they have to make something. Also, think aesthetics. We also want to do more with what our crafters can do aesthetically as well as stat-wise. Is there, what are you guys going to do for an end game? PvE. No, just kidding. Obviously, the end game is RVR. Now, what are we going to do with RVR after, people have been playing it for a while? Well, that's where your monthly subscriptions come in. We're going to be putting out new areas. We're going to be putting in new challenges for you folks. We're going to be putting in other things to keep you, entertained. Is this game really PvE free? No, it's not totally PvE free, of course not. We have NPCs. We have things that are running around that you harvest. But it is PvE leveling free. And another question, this is 2 for 1. Should I remove or change the Kickstarter to say that there is PvE? Well, actually, that was a good idea. I made a slight change just so people understand that, of course, you have NPCs. Of course, you have things in the depths, other creatures wandering around, but you're not going to level off them. There will be no loot drops, etc., etc. Will crafters have a path to follow? Crafters won't be as class locked as RVRs. They'll be more time locked, in that it takes time to create these items. It takes time to level up, but I expect crafters will enjoy their slightly or maybe more amount of freedom in terms of what they can do. What are the consequences of death? Well, this is another one of those things that I've been talking about for a while. Death has to have consequences. It has to have a sting. You've seen part of it or heard part of it in terms of the soul, but there's even more to that. We don't want people popping right back up and getting right back into the action. Sorry, that's not going to happen. We want RVR to be meaningful. We want you to be able to take the towers and the keeps without worrying about somebody goes ooga booga booga and you come right back in. Death has to sting. It will sting. It's not a sting where you're going to lose, a level, or you're not going to lose your stuff, but it has to have a bit of a sting, or trying to have a true RVR game, it's just not going to work as well. Are there going to be dwarves? Maybe you like the bit about the flaming dwarves with the catapults. That is certainly one of the races near and dear to my heart, and we will see what we can do. I wouldn't be surprised to see them on the drawing boards. Will the realm's terrain resemble the terrain in either real life or of a certain other game? Look, this world has obviously gone through an apocalypse. One thing that we've already talked about, we do want the terrain that you capture and hold to resemble that of your native lands, in this case, your native realms. So yes, it will resemble what we think, we hopefully as a team, with you backers, makes sense. Is it going to look like, Dark Age of Camelot, where we did actually pay attention to the terrain in England? No, this is not England. This is a whole new continent. But will the Arthurians capture territory, or their territory, look like Arthurians? We think so. Same with the Vikings. Same with the TDD. And so, the last question of the night, and there'll be more tomorrow. Are we going to do something special when we hit 10K? Honestly, we hadn't really thought about that. We were thinking more when we hit, 2 million. I'm sure we'll do something, but the key for us is not just 10K, it's getting to that 2 million. So, that's it, folks. Thank you very much. It's been a great day. Your support, as always, has been overwhelming. And even though we had a couple conversations about spamming sites, guys, we appreciate it. We really do. Please stop, but we really appreciate it. We know how passionate you are about this game and how passionate about this project, because it's not a game yet, which is amazing. We're not even funded, and you guys care so much to spend not only so much time listening to me, but to go out and make an effort on our behalf. And I promise you, I will repay that. And all I can say again is good night and thank you all very, very much.